Hello everyone. So today we will continue from the last lecture in which we were discussing about calculation of included angle, like how we can calculate the included angles in traversing. So those things we have studied in the last lecture. While doing traversing, if the angles are in or bearings are in two systems, as we have discussed earlier, whole circle bearing system or in quadrantal bearing system. So if the angles are or the traversing we are doing in the whole circle system, then there are two rules to calculate included angles. And so in first rule, we will subtract the smaller bearing from the greater one to calculate the difference the interior angles. And after doing this subtraction, if the angle will come less than 180, and then it will be interior angle. But if the difference will be greater than 180, then it will be the exterior angle. And after finding out exterior angle, if you want to calculate interior angle, then we will subtract that exterior angle from 360 degree, then it will come interior angle. And in rule 2, it will we will express both the bearing as if they are measured from the point where the lines intersect and they apply about rule. So those things we have already discussed in last lecture. So in this new lecture, if the given system is quadrantal system, then there are four rules to calculate included angle in the traversing. So in first rule, uh, if the bearings are given, like if the lines are on the same side of meridian and in same quadrant as shown in figure 1a, like this is our figure A. Here clearly we can see this is our axis line. So we can see the both lines, like line OA and line OB, both are on the same side, like both are on the right side of the this meridian. So now if now easily we can see the four bearing or the bearing of the line OA will be this, and OB will be this. We can calculate the bearing of the both lines. Now if you want to find out this angle between these two lines, then this will be clearly the difference between these two bearings, so that we can clearly or easily we can calculate the difference or included angle between these two lines if the bearing is given in quadrantal system and the rule 1 is followed. So the included angle will be the difference of the two reduced bearing, but the conditions applied if the both lines are on the same side of meridian and in the same quadrant, as we have seen in figure. And in rule 2, if the lines are on the same side of the meridian and in the different quadrants, like we'll refer figure B. In this figure, this is our axis. So this is our meridian. So both line like OA and OB are on the right side of the our meridian, but both are on the different quadrant. Like this is our first quadrant and this is our second quadrant. So this line OA is in first quadrant and OB is in second quadrant, but in the last case both the lines are in the same first quadrant. They were in the first quadrant, but this time they are in different quadrants. So to calculate difference or included angle between these two lines like OA and OB, then what we will do, like manually we'll see without any formula. Bearing of this line OA will be measured from this in quadrantal bearing system, and the bearing of this line OB, that will be measured from this south line, as we have discussed earlier, like how we deal with in quadrantal system. So this bearing will be this from here to here, like. So now what is our concern? We need to find out this angle. So what will be this? As we know, total from here to here, this is 180, and we have known this angle and this we already find. So to find out this angle, like this angle, we will simply deduct those two four bearings, like four bearings of OA and OB, we will deduct from 180. So and that will come this included angle. and in formula also we can see like the included angle will be 180 minus the sum of the two bearings. And in the rule 3, if the lines are not in same side of the meridian but they are in the adjacent quadrants, and then what will be the included angle? We can refer this figure C. In this, both lines like line OA and OB, they are not in the same side of the meridian. This is our meridian, as I have told you earlier. This is our meridian. So both lines like OA and OB are on the different sides on the meridian, but they are in the adjacent quadrant. If we want to calculate this included angle, like our concern is to calculate this included angle between OA and OB. So to calculate this angle, as we know, this is bearing for OA, and what will be the bearing for OB? This will be the bearing for OB, because this is nearer to the north line. So to find out this included angle, this will be directly summation of these two angles, as we can clearly see. So formula for to finding this included angle, that will be sum of the two reduced bearing, that clearly we have seen. And in the rule 4, or in the case 4, if the lines are not on the same side of the meridian and also not in adjacent quadrant, like in figure D, if those lines are not even in the same adjacent quadrant or not on the same side of the meridian. This is our meridian, as we discussing. So line OA is on the right side of the meridian and OB is in left side of the meridian, and this is in first quadrant and this is in third quadrant. So they are not in adjacent quadrant, as in the case C. Now if you want to measure angle between OA and OB, like this is our included angle. So to calculate this angle, we will first calculate the bearing, like what will be the bearing of OA? This will be this. And what will be the bearing of OB? This will be calculated from south line, because this is nearer to the south line. So this will be bearing for OB. Now we need to calculate this angle between OA and OB. So to calculate this angle, we know from here to here, this is our 180 degree. Okay. So from 180, if we will subtract this angle between bearing of this OB, then what will find this angle. And in this angle, if you will add this bearing of OA, then the included angle will find. So the formula will be 180 degree minus difference of the bearings OA and OB, as we can clearly find out the included angle between OA and OB. So that was about how we can calculate the included angle if the angles are given in quadrantal bearing system. Now we can solve one numerical problem, how we can calculate included angle if the traversing is given, close traversing is given. Here one example we can see, like determine the value of included angle in a close compass traversing ABCD, and that is shown in figure, and that is conducted in clockwise direction, as we have discussed earlier, and they traversing may be in clockwise direction, either in anti-clockwise direction. So in this case, this is given in clockwise direction, and the four bearing of the respective lines are given. Like for line AB, it is given 40 degree, and BC it is given 70 degree, and CD it is given 210 degree, and DA it is given 280 degree. So to find out first we will find out included angle at A. So we will refer this formula, as this is our clockwise traverse, as we seen. This is our clockwise traverse, because this is going from A to B to C, D. So this is clockwise traverse. For clockwise traverse, we will refer this formula, as we discussed earlier. P is the forebearing of the line coming from the previous station, and minus F is the forebearing of the next or forward station. So here in this case, to finding out included angle at A, we will first refer the forebearing of the last or previous line. So for A will the last line will be this DA, and the next line will be AB. So to calculate angle at A, what we'll do, we will consider the forebearing of the last line is DA. So forebearing of DA is given 280 degree minus forebearing of the next line, that is 40 degree, like AB is 40 degree. So 280 minus 40, so we have seen that there is plus minus 180 degree. So if angle is greater than 180 degree, then we will subtract 180 degree from there to find out included angle, and if this is less than 180 degree, then we will add 180 degree. So in this case, this will come greater than 180 degree, like 280 minus 40, this will come greater than 180 degree. So to find included angle at A, we will subtract 180 from this included angle. So 280 minus 40 and minus 180, so it will come out 60 degree. So similar formula we can apply here to find out included angle at B. What we'll do, forebearing of AB minus forebearing of BC, because for B what will be the last line or previous line, that will be AB, or what will be the next line, that will be BC. So to find out angle at B, what we'll do, the last line will be AB. So on the forebearing of AB will be 40 minus forebearing of the last next line, that is BC. So 40 minus 70, that is less than 180. So we will add 180 into this to find out included angle at B. So this is 40 minus 70 plus 180. So that will be 150. So total, similarly we can find included angle C and included angle D. And to check this, we can know for four-sided traverse, the total summation of the angle will be 2n minus 4 into pi by 2, that is 360. And here we can also check this. As we know, this is 60, 150, 40 plus 110. So that is also coming 360. It means this what we have done, this is fine. So this is the procedure for finding included angle in traversing. So that was all about compass traversing and compass survey. So in next lecture we will be studying about leveling. Thank you.